On this July 4th, we have the story of an unexpected discovery at one of America's most historic sites. At the Virginia home where George Washington once lived, they dug up bottles not seen or touched since before the Revolutionary War. Scott McFarland went for a look at what was inside.
At the riverfront estate of America's founding father, the caretakers just found the mother lode behind this cellar door.
How rare is it to find something like this when you dig?
This is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. It's extraordinarily rare.
Along the Potomac River at George Washington's Mount Vernon estate, archaeologists were working on a revitalization of the historic site, which was a major plantation once tended by enslaved people. And their jaws dropped when they found these, nearly 3 dozen dirt-covered glass bottles buried 250 years ago beneath Washington's home. Inside, well-preserved, still intact cherries and berries from the Washington plantation, likely picked for baking or booze making, marinating for a quarter of a millennium in water inside bottles caked in clay.
And they seem pretty well preserved to you?
The cherries are incredible.
Mount Vernon director Doug Bradburn says the bottles were undisturbed, covered just years after their burial by flooring for a cellar during an expansion of the estate in the 1700s.
It's extraordinary to find these under the floor. I mean, this is under a paved floor in Washington's cellar. And so they were completely forgotten at the time, but there they are, laid out like a mini regiment.
Archaeologist Jason Burrows says they dropped a scope camera before using gentle suction devices and narrow spoons to remove them.
These have been preserved for over 250 years.
That's them right there.
We certainly didn't want to damage them now.
Just 15 miles outside of the nation's capital, Washington's home has been a draw to hundreds of thousands of visitors a year who trek to see the artifacts of America's first president.
So Mount Vernon's been a pilgrimage site for Americans since George Washington was alive. These authentic things can really connect people to the past in a way that helps your imagination.
Operators at Mount Vernon hope to preserve and display this new discovery on site for America's 250th birthday celebration, which Nancy is, of course, 2 years from today.
I'm looking forward to maybe trying some of it.
Ew.
Scott, thank you.
Oh, no, you didn't.